Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of The God of High School, which is on episode 8. Now, this episode right here, it was pretty slick. I mean, I'm not too bad in a certain way, but I got some people are might be having some criticism on this thing, or maybe they're not really happy with how it went, but the way how it went, along with that ending right there, oh my gosh, I can't help but feel anxious and antagonized because that character's relative, man, that sucks. But if anything else, let's just get this started right away. We have to it that the episode opens up with Park Moo-jin having to talk to one of the people that he's associated with, and he ends up saying, "You know Jago Take, right? Why didn't you disqualify him? You very well know he's gonna cause some major damage and trouble, right?" And we have to it that Park Moo-jin tells the guy, "This guy might be the key. I don't know." And he says, "That's your dang reason." And this key has been a I guess plot point or just a point in the series so far, saying that this key has to be very important. You know, the way how it's always mentioned all the time. And we get to see a team having to face off against another team, but apparently one of these people is named Park Ilipo or something. And this guy, Park Ilipo, we get to see that his team won, and team wins anyway, despite some serious setbacks here and there. And we get to see Park Ilipo's abilities, you know. Eventually, he will later on meet Jin Mori, but not before we get to know about the Charyuk power. Park Moo-jin explains to Del Wei that this power, some people train very hard and still can't obtain it, you know. That kind of thing. So this power is not something that you can't obtain or maybe train very hard for. I mean, you could train hard for it, but you still may not be able to obtain it. To get that kind of power has to be put through fate or something like that, the way how I could put it in simple words, but I'm pretty sure that is not really the case. But whatever the case may be, whatever the case may be, Mori says he wants to get stronger without that power. He wants to rely on his own strength, which is understandable. I mean, having to get stronger through your own way, etc., and to know your own strength, your own way, is actually more satisfying than you have to rely on some power that doesn't belong to you in the first place. Whatever the case may be, he did have some news brought in by Park Moo-jin and another commissioner who tells him about his missing grandfather, but we have to it that Moo-jin was trying to tell Mori if he knows anything. But Mori believes that if you guys are really worried about my grandfather, you should be worried about his opponent, because this guy, my grandfather, is very strong. And he is strong. We all know that. But that aside, we had to it that Park Ilipo ends up having to talk with Mori for a bit, and they did spar a little bit with each other, you know, but not before we get to know Park Ilipo's backstory of how he was grateful to Mori's grandfather, you know. He had a nasty past, you know, where he was separated from his father who died and his mother left him to his uncle, and his uncle was just dissing on him because he's not important. Eventually, Mori's grandfather will give Park Ilipo a book, which I think that would be his style of fighting, of martial arts, you know, of what he is today. I mean, in present time in the God of High School. Eventually, that man is the reason why he's all saved by him, you know, and that's the reason why he wears some kind of jacket that's that of the tiger from the military, to say that I'm respecting the guy, man. He's the guy that I owe my life to. He turned my life around despite all the I went through. Eventually, we had to that Jago Take ends up attacking Mori and Park Ilipo, and he tells Jago Take hey, look, you could go ahead and take your anger out on me, but don't you dare take it out on someone that's not involved in this. You got it? Which shows that Park Ilipo hates it when innocent people are involved with something that they are not supposed to be involved with from the very beginning, you know? Which shows a good side to him. But it shows a little backstory that Park Ilipo and Jago Take know each other, and the way how they know each other, it doesn't seem very nice, because it looks like to me Park Ilipo did get into a fight with him, and he did beat him up at the ground when he was on the ground, you know. telling him, take back what you said, you know? And we had too that Commissioner P, or the guy, Commissioner Q, I think? Yeah, I think Commissioner Q, the guy with the green hair. He gets really upset about, like, Park Moo-jin asking, like, hey, why did you let Sim Bongsa's child and wife die, huh? And the guy ends up pushing him to the wall and says, hold on, who the hell are you to talk to me like that and grab me by the shirt like that, huh? And later on, we get to know that Sim Bongsa's wife and child is safe thanks to Commissioner P's powers of having to make a fake doll out of them, etc. But that aside, Commissioner Q, green hair, moss head, not to be very disrespectful, forgive me. He apparently is now 9 months without pay, and because of the certain incidents, that's the reason. He does try to ask Commissioner P for help, for money. She goes like, you're on your own. and he ends up trying to find money underneath a freaking like vending machine, and Dewey asks him for training and for help, you know. In exchange, he'll cook for him every night, and it'll be easier for him to actually get food from him than just eating out all the time, you know. But he does ask Dewey a couple questions if he wants to train Dewey to get a charyuk or something, you know. That's been another point. That's another like plot point about like this ability and throughout the series, you know. And Dewey's like, well, I guess I'm just tired of losing, and I think I want to help Mori out. I mean, the way I am right now, I feel like I'm falling behind, you know. Although we don't really know what the answer is, I think the answer might be obvious, that the guy will help Dewey train, but it's not going to be easy, that's for sure. Because I'm pretty sure this Charyuk power that's been mentioned throughout the series in each episode or so is something that is from the gods or something, or somewhere else. Whatever the case may be, it's not something to obtain easily. Even through rigorous training, even they may not be able to obtain it at all, as Park Moo-jin explains it to Dewey. Eventually, we got to see that Mori has a birthday, you know, and it gets celebrated by Mira and Dewey, and we also get to know about like Mori, you know, his grandfather had to leave him behind because he doesn't want Mori to be targeted by the bad guys that he's been fighting, which I believe it must be the Nox. But aside from that, you know, they end up having to celebrate the birthday of Mori, which is really fun. But next day comes about, he gets a letter and a map and a picture of his grandfather who's missing an arm. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? It really shocked the living hell out of me. I mean, like, I know the Nox is filled with a lot of crazy people, but the fact they can, like, damage Mori's grandfather like that, and Mori seeing that, he's not going to stand by. I'm pretty sure of it. If I see something like that, and I was given a map or a destination to go, I'm really going to go there right away, even if it's a trap. And now, let's be honest, we all know it's a trap, but knowing Mori, depending how strong he is, and etc., he could possibly save his grandfather, but he's going to need help. There's no way in hell he's going to do this alone. He can't. I mean, not to mention, I forgot one scene. The commissioner's permission given by Park Moo-jin himself says, I want you guys to see the Nox, take him down, knock him out, etc., okay? I know Mori's pretty reckless and all that, but I hope he gets the help from the commissioners, because if he's going to save his grandfather, he's going to need some help. I mean, like, the fact that his grandfather is chained up, has a missing arm and all that, there's no way in heck Mori's going to stand a chance against him in the first place unless something else shows up about what's hidden inside him. I mean, Park Moo-jin says that he found out that he is the grandfather of Taijin, which is Mori's grandfather, you know, and etc. Hopefully things will be okay, but knowing Mori, he's going to go crazy. Hopefully he doesn't do this alone, because it's going to get nasty from here on out. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!